Similar question later on, so you can do that one. Class number 1, parent class robot. Parent class robot. Okay. Then we have a constructor in it that takes one argument name. Takes one argument name. So we define a constructor slash underscore underscore init underscore underscore slave self and name. Only one name. You can see here, and you can see here. The parent class has only one constructor, one argument that takes one argument name, and we assign this name to the object. Then we have is a method task. Okay, so you can see here is a method task, and that returns what? Robot is performing a general task. Robot is performing a general task. Very simple. You just need to write code for this one. Then we have this welding robot. We have welding robot, which is inherited from the parent class. So here you can see. Then we have its own constructor. Own constructor means this one, and the that takes two arguments, name and power level. But we also call the parent constructor using super. So here you can see super. Okay. Init name. So you call this parent constructor as well. Okay. You only need to assign this one because you can call this from the parents class. Then we have to override the task, and what we need to write? We need to write this one. You will see later on by yourself. Okay. This is what we need to return. Then for child class, painting robot, you need to define a constructor, self, name, paint, color. This one we call from the parent class, so we use super. In it, again the same thing. And the second argument it will take is painting color. What kind of color this robot is using to paint. Okay. And then define a task. To override, you need to define this task. Clear to everyone? Then we have this create a list of robot. Here we created this list of robot. We have welding robot R1. The name is R1. Here you can see, and power is 80. We have painting robot R2. The color that has been used is red. We have welding robot R3, 90, painting robot again, and welding robot again. You can add several, it's up to you, okay, how many you want to add. Then we use a for loop, show task, this is polymorphism. For robot and robots, so this loop will go to this list, okay, and will print robot.task. For each robot, will print the task it is performing. Then we use while loop. This is important, pay attention. While loop, count painting robot. In this task, the task is to count painting robot. Remember, the task is to count only painting robot in this list. How many painting robot we have? So we have 1, 2, only 2 painting robots. For that, we use while loop. How? We start count from 0, and then we use this iterator I. Okay. So I will check whether it is less than or we have how many robots we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, total 5 robots. Okay, the length 0 to 4, so total 4, it will show you 4, 0 to 4, total 5, right? The length I is 0 initially, is less than 4, right? So the loop will start. If this instance, this will check that robot I, which is initially this robot welding robot, is painting robot? No. Okay. So the answer is no. Then the count will stay 0. I hope this point is clear. Initially I is 0. Okay. Initially I is 0. When I will be 1 is less than 4. This initially is this one is painting robot. Here you can see, is this painting robot? No, right? This is welding robot, the first one. So this count will stay 0. Now this will be incremented by 1. I will be incremented by 1. So now this 2 is less than, 1 is less than the length of the robot? Yes. Now we hit this one. Is this painting robot? Yes, this is painting robot. Count will increase 1. And this loop will run until you finish the entire list. Okay? And then finally we'll count the entire robots in this list. And then you can run. So here you can see the robot task for each robot, and then number of painting robots, which is 2. If you change this one into welding robot, this one we want to change to welding robot. Here we will change to welding robot. Now you can see the number of welding robots are 3. And you can count here as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you are not clear about this thing and this thing, you can ask me, okay, or this one. So this just check this condition whether the first one or the second one or the third one, the fourth one is welding robot or painting robot. If it is yes, then increase the count. Like count 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is not the case, then do not count. Stay with that original count.